morning. Welcome to Dashcam Diary of a Disabled. I don't know what edition. It's like this every morning, but yesterday was extreme. Like yesterday was extreme compared to today. I am so thankful that God allowed me to not be fatigued again today. I prayed about it last night before bed, like, please don't let me feel like this tomorrow too. Please don't let me feel like this tomorrow too. I'm glad that I'm not exhausted like I was yesterday. I got quite a bit of edema in my face though. My face is really puffy. I'm really pale today. I'm definitely going through a flare of sorts again still. This is like day number, I don't know, 45 or something, 50, 60, I don't know. I can't figure it out. It just seems like every day is a different day, and it can go good or bad, and I am going to start out with great intentions and manifest my own positivity today. Yesterday was really dragging. It was awful. I could not wake up for the life of me no matter what I did. And I messed up my whole day yesterday, and I had a bad trigger from my medical PTSD, of feeling out of control of my medical care because I got denied being able to get a blood test yesterday, which I don't understand. I still don't quite understand like why they couldn't have just ran it, but I guess maybe my doctor just wanted to save his employees some time or himself some time because he was sitting between patients. Like the nurse may have caught him like he was already behind schedule with one patient because he spent a lot of time with one patient yesterday at the time that I was there. And yeah, so whatever complications the patient that was having yesterday, he just couldn't deal with ordering me a test. It was just so important to me yesterday with how I was feeling, and I'm not even feeling the same way today, so I think my blood results are going to be completely different from yesterday's if I had gotten it done yesterday. I really think it was important. Timing is important for my blood draws because it's really telling and showing a picture of time at that moment when I'm feeling the worst of the worst. And they need to be able to draw those when I request because I need answers. Because if they don't know what's going on, and I certainly don't know what's going on, I do know something is going on. I don't know what, but something. At the same time, I know that he is also has his hands tied to an extent because there's only so much he knows about bladder and bowel stuff as a primary, practitioner, family doctor practitioner. That's why I have referrals into gastroenterology, and I finally get my appointment on the 11th. Thank the Lord. I finally get my gastro appointment, so I get my favorite exams, my colonoscopy and endoscopy. I've had them multiple times. I have celiac disease, so I have actually totally reversed my celiac disease, and I put it in remission for multiple years. However, I feel like it might be acting up again lately, and I don't know where my sources of contamination may be coming from, which really I think is more of my immune system issues than it is celiac, but it does control the antibodies for celiac as well, with the part of the immune system that I have wrong with me. I'll get into more details about some of my medical issues in other videos. Each video is going to have its own topic of each medical condition I suffer from, but I'm not going to get into it in this video. I have so many getting to know me videos ahead of me planned. It's just not this. The Dashcam diaries are basically just updates of what is going on in my day-to-day life and what I'm dealing with right now. Because it's also helping document what I'm dealing with right now, and I can always come back to these videos and remember how I was feeling that day with the best descriptions that I can come up with today for the future. And I hope it also helps other people figure out how to deal with their emotions and their struggles through medical journeys that a lot of people are experiencing now these days, especially since Obamacare happened. And I first saw this happening too, even with my VA care back in the beginning. I knew it was going to mess it up to begin with, because if you look at when I first got out in 2010, I was struggling so hard getting the medical care I needed, and that's when gaslighting became a thing, a term recognized by society regularly. And during those times, I experienced a lot of gaslighting from my VA doctors. There's nothing wrong with you. You're stupid for having surgery. I mean, I was told multiple things by my VA doctor. I was stupid for having surgery. There was nothing wrong with me. My results were fine. But then I went and saw the specialist. The report was saying, we can't touch her with a 10-foot pole because of her Chiari, with injections in the neck when I was having a lot of upper back pain at the time. They wouldn't touch me because it was too dangerous. But then my doctor still refused to even acknowledge the comments on that doctor visit. So I experienced a lot of horrible medical care with the VA, and I will not tolerate it by civilian healthcare either. I just won't anymore. And I don't feel like it's a detriment yet, only to the point where I just procrastinate a lot on getting my specialist picked out, because I have to handpick doctors that I will not receive gaslighting from, because I have quite unique circumstances with my medical care, and I'm a very complicated case. So I have to be cautious on who I choose as providers. Right now, I'm just so overwhelmed with all of my specialist referrals. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just trying to do one thing at a time, and I'm slowly catching up, and I will get there. I've done it before. I will do it again. It's just very exhausting, especially when you have all these weird symptoms pop up, and you're like, well, what? I once thought I knew my body at one point, but things keep surprising me and keep popping up out of nowhere, it seems like. But they really aren't out of nowhere, and there are answers to my issues. And it's not that I'm trying to seek out any more diagnoses, because I really don't want any more diagnoses, because I can't even manage the diagnosis list that I have now. I'm trying to play catch up for the last 2 years of not having any medical care really at all, with having all these horrible health conditions. I was just surviving, barely getting by, just getting my refills taken care of. And well, now look what happens. My symptoms get worse, and it's more strange, and it's not worth it to procrastinate on this stuff. I absolutely hate doctors because of the PTSD I've received. However, and keep fighting the fight. I will never give up. I am going to live till I'm 100 years old. And I'm going to make it work for me. It's going to take time, and I have to have pretty low expectations, because I have meltdowns so easily with my PTSD triggers. My poor mom had to listen to my trigger. Being triggered yesterday by being denied a blood test. I mean, it's pretty unreasonable. I shouldn't have a meltdown over not getting a blood test, but my health is very important to me. I want to live until I'm 100. I don't feel like it's unreasonable to ask for a blood test when I'm the most exhausted, and it's like a snapshot of, I don't know. I'm going to explain it to my doctor the best that I can when I get there. I am running late as per usual. I am 5 minutes late as of this point, but I am also within 2-3 miles away, so I'll be ending this video really shortly. You better stay in your lane, truck. I do not need another accident. I get a little paranoid with trucks. I've had too many car accidents, and thankful I am still alive. Thank you, hypermobility. But that also means my hypermobility has taken quite the beating, because I have been in so many car accidents, and not by any fault of my own. All of them, I do claim at least 5 of them as being my fault. I mean, but still, there were lots of extenuating circumstances, like weather, like snow and visibility, and hitting black ice, and I did the best I could to control my vehicle. I have thankfully made it out of these accidents alive, and I have never really seriously injured somebody else. Most of the time it's me, the one that's getting injured, no matter what. I've been rear-ended 3 to 5 times. lost track. Seriously, I have lost track of how many accidents I've had and what kind, because I've been rear-ended multiple times, and like at least 3 times where I wasn't even driving. Like, I swear I'm just a magnet for chaos. That's what I'm going to title this one, a magnet for chaos. Because I am a magnet for chaos. I swear I am a magnet for chaos. But thank the Lord for my hypermobility. It is a blessing and a curse. The blessing is I don't get as injured with bones, but that means that I'm just very stretched out, unlike the rubber band man that cannot go back to its original shape. It is so stretched out. All my ligaments and tendons surrounding most of my joints, especially my left shoulder, is so stretched out. I kind of need to have an anchor on my shoulder. But I have been kind of, I've been seeking surgery, but also thankful I haven't had surgeries, as many as I've requested, because I don't know how the outcome would have been. I know how the outcome is without surgery, and it kind of sucks, but I don't know if it'd be worse with surgery in some areas. So I have a lot of tough decisions to make on a daily basis about like what kind of like healthcare and treatment I seek. I've gone bounced back and forth throughout my life and my medical journey in the last 20 years of what do I do with myself? I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with half my symptoms half the time. And doctors, all they want to do is treat the symptoms, but no preventative maintenance. And I'm like, dude, I'm already falling apart. I'm only like 43 years old, and I'm like falling apart like an 80-year-old is. And that's very common for EDS people. We're falling apart at an accelerated rate, and we're more sensitive than regular people. Neurotypical, not just neurotypical, physical typical. Is there such a term? I'm gonna have to look that up. There needs to be a term for not being physically capable. Besides just disabled, you know, I need to come up with some witty word. I'm at my appointment, so I gotta go. I'll be posting this while I'm waiting for my doctor. Hope you all have a great day. Today is Art Therapy Thursday. I'll do an update here soon. Bye.